grew up hearing stories from my dad about his childhood. Most of us hear stories from our parents, right? About their childhoods. What I didn't realize for a long time was that my dad's stories were not altogether normal. His stories were about growing up in an institution, and a really tough institution at that, Chilocco Indian Agricultural School. My dad was placed by court order at Chilocco. He was about 8 years old, and he was removed, he and his older brother Bob were removed by court order from their mom, my grandmother, because she was Native and a single mother, and that's all it took to be considered incompetent.
I was homesick for my mother. I think the first 3 years I was there, I never saw my mother. I didn't get home for 3 years. The first 3 years, I was there at 9, and I think I was a little over 12 years old before I saw my mother again. That was hard on me.
What I was able to kind of capture, I think, through looking at letters was the relationship between parents and children that still existed during the boarding school era that you see expressed in letters. You see that relationship. And so what I took away from all these letters was that parents continued to be parents when their children were in boarding school. If they were separated from them, even by hundreds of miles, they can continue to care about them. They continue to look after their health and well-being as best they could from a distance. And so for me, the big message of all of those letters together was really the strength of American Indian family ties during a very difficult period of policy in the U.S., which emphasized assimilation and family separation.